It works. I don't know if you heard me, Marilyn, but it works every time I go off, push my screen recorder, and I can record. See, if I'm on TikTok and push it, I can't do that, which is very strange to me.
Okay.
So I push it, I get off, push it, and then I come back on. It's recording. So here we go. So we've
All right.
established that your mom's names are, your mom's name is Bueller. What was your dad's name?
Alan.
Alan. Okay, such a common name. Oh, interesting. Okay. Was that spelled Allen? Is that how he spelled it?
Allan.
A-N. Oh, I almost got it because he was trying to tell me how he spelled it. Because I know there's different ways to spell it.
Yes, yeah.
Ah, very
But the
good.
12 is right, yeah.
So we've established that your mom had a heart attack, and I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
Now, was this the... Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing about COVID. Was your mom in the hospital around COVID time, or did she pass around COVID time?
No, she passed pre-COVID.
Okay. What about for your dad then? Because I'm hearing about COVID. I don't know if that means
Dad was
something.
pre-COVID as well. Dad was in 2012 and Mom was 2018. But there was a
Oh,
very dear lady who was, we all grew up together and our moms were each other's mom. Like our families, our dads worked together. And her name was Maggie. She died during COVID. She
okay.
was like a mom to me as
Well,
well.
she's here well because listen, when I hear what I hear, it's either somebody that you know or somebody that your parents knew or they're also here or there could be somebody that's with them on the other side too. So it's very tough for me because I know I'm hearing this stuff and sometimes people can't validate it and I get very frustrated thinking I'm hearing something wrong and I'm like, I know I'm not. It's like but other people make me think that I'm crazy that I don't know how to do this and that's such bullshit because
Yeah, no, the recipient just has to piece it together.
yeah, and that's not easy sometimes. And it's funny because if you're around anybody else, like your kids or like a
Yeah,
neighbor, if you're in the grocery store, like it could be for anybody, you know?
yeah.
So that's why it makes it hard when I try to do this and it's like, I'm not saying this will happen to you, but a lot of times it happens. And then this one reading, I kept getting no after no after no. So I refunded her, but it was like, I know I was hearing these things, but she couldn't validate anything. Then a couple days later, hers was perfect. So it happens.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
It comes together.
oh, your mom is very sweet. You know what she told me? She says, you seem such a nice lady. I said, oh, thank you. She's so sweet. Was she like that in life? Because
Yes.
I feel like she was
Yes.
she made me feel like she's a very humble person too.
Very much so.
Very down to earth, humble, a good mom to you guys.
Yep.
Now, I just heard three. Were there three of you guys?
Oh, we were four. My sister and I were of mom and dad. Then came a brother who was adopted out of the blue
Okay.
because she lost a boy.
So is there three of you left then?
No, there's four of us because then came another boy.
Oh, okay. Very good, very good, very good. So the boy that she lost, then he passed, correct?
Yes.
Young. I just heard young. Would this boy be young when he passed? Pretty
At
young?
birth. At birth.
Wow. That's what he's oh yeah. So he was stillborn.
Yes.
Wow, I'm so sorry. Like, I can see how traumatic that was from your mom. But the thing is, she told me, she says, we're together again. She says being reunited with my son was the best. She says it was the best. So he was there when your parents passed away.
Oh,
He just told me that he was there when your parents passed away, my love.
I believe it.
But your mom, this was a long time ago. This is what I'm feeling
Yes.
like in the 60s or something.
Yes. Yeah. He was born.
I just heard
stillborn-
60.
stillbirth was-
Hold on. I just heard like 63.
He was born in 65.
Okay. Wow. Very good. Wow. Yeah. So that's so bad. That's too bad. That's just, I can't imagine losing a child. Like, would this be the oldest one? I just heard oldest.
No, he was the third. My sister and I were already My
Wait,
sister
are
was
you the oldest?
no, my sister is a year older than me.
Oh, okay, okay. You know, when I hear this stuff, sometimes I don't know what it means, and so
Yeah.
when I hear
No,
oldest,
my sister was 6 and I was 5 when she had him.
wow, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Um, Now I don't know if you guys know this, but he's telling me something about the umbilical cord. I feel like something happened with the umbilical cord. I don't know if
Yes.
it wrapped around his neck or his
Yes.
oxygen. Is that kind of what happened with him?
Yes, the cord was around his neck.
Yep. I just got goosebumps. I hope you felt
Me too.
them.
Me too.
Did you? Oh, that's just your brother saying hi. Oh, that's
Oh.
amazing. So he would be, so I was born in 69, so he would be like 4 years older than me. So he would be like 58
Yes.
if he was
But
alive.
he would have turned 59 and he would have turned 59 this past June.
Wow. Wow. So he has been here this whole time. It's just, he didn't have, I don't think he had a way to reach out to you guys, and I don't know how spiritual your family was, but he's been here this whole time with you, my friend.
This is the first time I've thought or wondered if he was there.
Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. Oh my gosh.
This is the first time I've laid rocks thinking of him. I've done things thinking of him, but this is the first time when I think about reaching out to those who have crossed over. I honestly don't know if I've reached out to him.
Listen,
I've probably done so once or twice.
listen, I think people don't think about people that never got to be born, that they actually had a soul, but he did. He does have a soul. He did have a soul. It's just he was not, he says, I just wasn't meant to be. But he says, I want to tell you something. He says, I love you very much.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, it's so nice to hear.
I didn't realize how hard this job was going to be when I started doing it. I swear. It's my emotions are up and down, sideways, back and forth. It's crazy. But yeah, so like he aged up to the age of 30. So he's not older than 30 now, because if they die if they're never born or they pass away as newborns or babies, they age up to the age of 30, and then we all go back to the age of 30. So everybody's 30 on the other side too. Your mom and dad are about 30 years old now too, so they're younger than both of us.
Wow.
Wait, so you're like 60 now, aren't you?
I'm 64. I just turned 64.
Okay. Well, you sound very young, darling. You don't sound 64. You really don't.
I'm still working and I still exercise, so
That's important.
I think so, yeah.
Were you ever a runner?
Yes.
Really?
I used to run. Yes, and I loved it.
Oh my gosh, because he's telling me about you being a runner. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not me. I've had a bad ankle my whole life. I could never run because I tore my ankle when I used to play soccer in high school. I was the first girl on the soccer team, and I felt it such a privilege that even after I sprained my ankle, I went back in too soon, because I was the first girl ever to make my high school soccer team in the history of the high school.
Oh, wow.
Back in Orlando. So, and then a couple years after I graduated, then they get a high school girls team. But that's okay. I made the boys team. And it's funny because like a lot of the girls did not like me because I was friends with their boyfriends. I'm like, look, dude, I'm just a friend. They just like, I fit in with the guys, and because I was a tomboy, you know. But you know, I have a lot of accomplishments in my life. That was always a lot of first to do a lot of first. So, you know, it is what it is.
Neat.
But yeah, this boy, this child, I swear, he tells me he looks a lot like your father. Now I know that you guys don't know this, but he looks like your dad. He wanted me to tell you that.
I'm not surprised.
Do you have anybody who was an engineer in the family? I just heard engineer.
I wanted to be an engineer and never became one.
Oh, well, that's kind of a validation that he knows that you wanted to be an engineer, but you just never became one, you know?
Oh, oh my God, that's amazing.
No, listen, I didn't know you want to be an engineer, and just because you're not one now, he knows you wanted to. Listen, they know what we do. I do stuff live action all the time. It's funny. I did a reading the other day, and it was for the dad slash, I think it was for the dad slash husband, because it was the mother daughter. And I'm like, he's talking about coins. Do you guys find coins from him? They're like, oh my God. They said, we just found a coin. I was like, what? So that's like, I do live action stuff all the time. So they know what we do every single day. So that's why I hear a lot of stuff, you know?
I've been saying for the past 30 years or longer, engineering is a regret. I went another path in university.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I often look back and, yep, that's amazing. And that he knows that.
Of course. Listen, there's a reason he told me that. Just because you're not one doesn't mean he didn't know that you wanted to be an engineer, and you have a lot of regrets about it.
Nobody in my life really ever believed me when I would say this because I just carried on with my life. And I guess if I really wanted to be an engineer, I would have gone back to university and done that. But
yeah, your brother knew it. Your brother knows it because he's been with you your whole life. Your whole life. He's been with you his whole life. But this is the thing, like, people just don't realize that these young children, when they pass away, they grow up with you guys still, even though you can't see them or hear them. They're here in the spirit world with you guys, going every place you go. They go to weddings, they go to funerals, all kinds of stuff. They go on trips with you guys. My husband's coming with me next year to Australia in July when I go, because that's what he's telling me. I'm coming with you. I lost him last year in November.
Oh.
So November 4th he passed away. It's
a year.
Yeah, it's just a year. So, but I know he's coming with me now that he's able to come, so he can experience the stuff from the other side, because he told one of my psychic friends, he told her about the trip, and he told her that, well, I'm coming on the trip. So.
Oh, how precious.
Yeah. So, but your brother, like, I think he just wants to be acknowledged and still feel like part of the family. Just because he died doesn't mean that he's not here with you guys.
I count him in my memories. I count him sometimes if I'm like, I was doing some rocks for my garden, and I was counting for everybody in the family, and I included him this summer.
Was he ever named?
Yes. He was named Brian Allen.
That's amazing. Oh, the Allen. Yeah, very good. So, I swear to God, Marilyn, I swear to God, I heard Brian when we first started. Oh my God.
Yeah, how wonderful. He's there.
I literally heard, I just didn't say it yet. Oh my God. I was like, I thought your dad's name was going to be Brian.
No, how wonderful that Brian is there. Like I said, I don't know that I ever.
I swear to God, I was going to ask you if your dad's name was Brian. But you told me what his name was before I told you. I swear. Oh my God.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm so freaking serious. Cross my heart. Hope to die. Stick a needle in my
happy that he's there.
That's crazy. I just remembered that I was going to say that name before you told me I was going to ask you if you knew a Brian. That's insanely crazy. I should have just asked you at the beginning, but sometimes I just don't think about it.
Wow.
Whoa, this is crazy, girl.
Wow.
I don't get so excited over things unless it actually happens. So I wouldn't be so excited if I didn't actually have his name at the beginning. I just didn't tell you what it was.
Oh, I know that he's there now.
Oh yeah, definitely he is there, my friend. Definitely my friend. Let's see what else I'm hearing. Now I'm also hearing about cancer. Do you also have a cancer reference in the family?
Yes.
And who would that be?
My dad passed with cancer.
Yeah, that's what he's telling me, cancer. It's funny, my haters always inbox me. You always say people die from cancer and heart attacks because that's what they die from.
Not everybody does.
And it's so funny, I get the cause of death right all the time. And you guys tell me, yes, you guys don't normally tell me no for the cause of death. Listen, This is how people die. They don't just blow up in oblivion. I get the
Yeah.
cause of death for people almost every single time. They're telling me I'm a fraud, I'm a scam. They're such bullshit people, dude.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. My dad, this is my dad. He passed with cancer. He suffered a long time.
Do you know if he also had pancreatic cancer as part of it too?
Well, not that I know of, but it was everywhere in the abdomen.
Oh, okay. So that's the general area. He's talking about colon, stomach. He's talking about all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, colon, rectal, stomach.
Yeah, because he said it spread everywhere, pretty much spread everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, I don't know if I'm hearing this because you're going to be 65, but was your dad in his 60s when he passed?
Nope, he was 79.
Oh, okay, okay. I must have heard.
Just celebrated
He
his
just told me 65, but you're going to be 65, so that's what I think he was telling me that he knows how old you are because I heard 65.
I have a sister who just turned 65.
Oh,
We're the
you're
same
kidding.
age for 11 months, for 2 weeks. We're 11 months apart.
Oh my gosh,
11
that's crazy.
months apart,
Okay,
so
so he
I
knows
have
your
a
sister's
sister.
good. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, okay, very good, very good. Now I just heard military. Do you guys have military in the family?
No. No. He was a crash and rescue firefighter though with the government at the airport.
Oh, and the
He wore a
military's for the
uniform.
government. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's kind of like the military, but it's really not. But
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, at the airport.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's okay. And the funny thing is also, I don't care if you guys talk to me in these readings because when you guys tell me something, I change the subject because they think you guys feed me information. Nobody feeds me any information.
Sorry, I never know when to shut up.
No. It's just they think they feed you that you guys feed me information. You don't. Because I talk about other things after we say others. I don't feed off of this stuff. If you don't say something to me, like if you say something to me, I don't say anything else about it. I just move on. So, like if I'm not feeding off of that, how could you guys feed me information? It's just crazy, a bunch of
Exactly.
bullshit, dude. Sorry, no offense. Can't help it. Oh my gosh, let's see what else I'm hearing. Let's see. I think your dad's trying to tell me something. Your dad's trying to make me feel. I think this is him. I don't think it's your mom. Would he consider himself a little bit of a nerd? Does that make sense or no? Because I don't.
No, he wouldn't be a bit of a nerd. He was no.
Okay, all right. Well, let me see what else I'm hearing. Come here. It's distracting. He's trying to get out. Distract me. Come here. My cat, Cinnamon. Come here, baby. Come here, buddy. Okay, let's see what else. Have you recently lost a dog?
No.
But you've lost a dog before.
Yes.
But
Years ago.
But it's not been very recent. It's been quite a while then.
Yes.
Has it been like over 10 years ago? I just heard 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Well over 10 years.
Because they're talking to me about this dog. Excuse me. Now I just heard black and white. Would that be kind of the color that the dog was? Or like grayish white kind of?
More whitish.
Okay. Yep. I gotcha. Let's see what he's telling me. He's making me feel like before he passed, did he kind of get sick or feel sick before he passed?
Yes.
Okay. But you had him for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
The reason I was asking is because I just heard like 12. I don't know if he lived to be close to 12 years or 13 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that
he's
right?
13.
Okay. No, I don't know if this is for your dad or the dog. Do you know if the dog had like some kind of stomach issues? Because I just
They
heard
both
stomach.
They both did. The dog and my dad. That my dad had really bad stomach issues too.
Ah, because the dogs tell me about his stomach issues. Would he like whimper in pain for some reason? Your dog like whimper in pain
Yes.
a lot of the times?
Yes.
Because he's making me feel like he used to hurt a lot. Your dog used to hurt a lot.
Oh. Yes.
He was in pain. He says I was in a lot of pain, and my
Yes.
mom got so excuse me. My mom got so sad because she didn't know how to help me. Do you know if he had a lot of arthritis pain? Did the vet ever tell you that?
I don't know. I don't know. It was our family dog.
Okay. But he's telling me about in case I didn't tell you, I do talk to animals because I'm talking to the dog. So I've talked to goldfish, girl. I've talked to 2 goldfish before.
Oh wow.
It's just crazy. And the girl I gave a goldfish reading to, she was on here the other day. It was just absolutely crazy.
That's too funny.
It was pretty funny. We were just laughing. I'm like, I don't know if this is true, but did you have a goldfish? She started laughing. I said, what's so funny? She said, yes, I did when I was a kid. I'm like, what? So it's just a bunch of craziness. But let me go back to your puppy. Now, was this a boy puppy?
Yes.
I just heard boy. Hold on, let me see what he's telling me. No, you had to put him down.
Yep.
Because he just was doing, so he wasn't going to get any better, he says.
No.
He says, I just wasn't going to get any better. And did it look like he was almost crying to you?
When I saw him last, yes, it was my sister that took him. I was at work when my sister told me that she had to take him to the vet.
Okay, because, I don't know if this is, was he throwing up at all before he died?
I think so, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, is it possible he had cancer?
Yes, it is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. That's excuse me? Hello? Sorry, he's gonna come in the middle. He always comes in front. He wants to lay in front of me. Bad boy. He does this. Now that I have my tablet, he's like super big on the screen because of where I put my tablet.
Perfect.
But yeah, he's making me feel he's just making me feel he's very sad because he didn't want to leave. I'm covering the camera, excuse me. He's making me feel sad because he just didn't want to leave you guys. Like he just had a lot of sorrow in his heart. But at the same time, before he got sick, he was a very good boy. He says, I was a very good boy. They always gave me treats. They took me places. He said, I loved going to the park. They took me to get like stuff like at the drive-thru, like ice cream, all kinds of stuff like this pup cups, kind of thing.
Yeah, he was spoiled.
Did he like going to McDonald's? I just heard McDonald's.
I can't remember if he liked it. It was a long time ago. I can't remember if he liked McDonald's.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to say yes because that's what he told me. But listen, he said, look, I want you to know something. He says, I'm in a very good place. Was your mom and dad the owner of the dog or was this your dog?
My brother kind of owned the dog, but he was the family pet.
And so,
and I often wonder if he's in a good place.
Honey, he's in a good place. He greeted your mom and dad with your brother when they passed over. He just told me your brother, now he died before the dog died, didn't he?
Yes.
Because Brian told me, he said he was there when he greeted the dog and he was there when he greeted the parents. And the dog was with your mom and dad, darling. And he says, he's a puppy again. I just got goosebumps. I hope you did too. He says he's about a year old now. So he's running around. He's chasing his tail. Wait, did he chase his tail?
Yes, he did.
You're kidding, because he's telling me he's chasing his tail.
Yeah.
So, he just wants you to know, he says, look, wait, is this the first time you've talked to him?
Yes.
He said, I'm so glad I finally got to talk to somebody. He said
I talked to him on a, I've talked to him. Kind of out loud, thinking about him.
Just conversations between you and him.
Yes.
Like the actual conversation, not just him hearing you, like him actually talking to you. He says, because
when I'm talking to him, I tried to, I just talk to him because I know he's gone, but I talk to him anyway.
Believe me, he's there, he's here. He says, I want to thank you for being such a good person to me. He says he loved you. He still loves you. He says I'm in a very good place. He says when I crossed over, I immediately found found love. He says I'm in a good place. In my life, I never thought I'd talk to dead dogs or dead people. I'm just telling you, it's just so crazy, girl. It's so crazy. But you know what?
I can't believe you've talked to my dog and my baby brother.
Of course, I'm a psychic medium. What do you think? I'd talk to nobody?
It's funny. They were the two of the least that I was expecting to come through.
The people the ones that you need to talk to the most, they're the ones that come through. Your mom stepped aside for you to talk to these two. I'm telling you right now. I feel like it's. I don't know if you're going to find closure to this. I feel like in a couple of days, you're going to be like, wow, this is just amazing. And plus, I'm going to put it on my YT if you want to show anybody. Okay. My YT is in my profile. It's Mickey the Psychic Medium. Because it'll be available. Like, I'll put it on probably tonight or in the morning.
Brilliant.
But, he just wants you to know, he says, look, I loved everybody. Everybody was just so sweet and kind to me. He said he was y'all's dog, everybody's dog, because everybody loved him. I don't know if people in the neighborhood loved him too. I feel like maybe they did.
Everybody loved him.
He's like, everybody loved me. I had so much love and attention. He said, I was the happiest boy on earth.
Are you sure that's not my dad that said?
No.
My dad was the same way. Everybody loved my dad.
Well, it's probably both of them together, but the dog was so happy when he got reunited with your parents. He said, I can finally rest better, because he kind of was a little bit lonely till somebody got to join him.
Yeah. How wonderful.
So, but Brian was there, and then the dog was there, and then your parents are there. So, they're all waiting for you. But I'm going to tell you something. The dogs, and he says, and all of your parents, they all tell me this. They said, look, we're okay. We're together. We're in a very good place, and we love you and miss you, but it's not your time yet, anytime soon. So, live your life, but we're going to be here. We have time passes different over there. I think it passes slower.
Yeah.
Or faster over there or something. So in the blink of an eye, they're going to be with you, honestly. But, they love you to pieces, darling. I promise they do. And what was your dog's name? I never asked you. Tiny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
This was the tiniest of the litter.
Oh, like the run of the litter, huh?
Yep.
Well, you know what? He's okay, and your parents are okay, darling. And I really do hope you got something out of this reading, because I just thought it was astounding.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. I needed this. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, darling. And listen, I'm going to stop the recording now. But thank you for letting me do the reading. Let me stop the recording.